The House will be in order. Proceedings will resume on questions previously postponed. Votes will be taken in the following order. The motion to recommit on H.R. 8281, passage of H.R. 8281 if ordered, passage of House Joint Resolution 165, and passage of House Joint Resolution 109, the objections of the President to the contrary notwithstanding. The first electronic vote will be conducted as a 15-minute vote. Pursuant to Clause 9 of Rule 20, remaining electronic votes will be conducted as 5-minute votes. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is on the question of agreeing to the motion to recommit on H.R. 8281, offered by the gentlewoman from Alabama, Ms. Sewell, on which the yeas and nays were ordered. The clerk will redesignate the motion.
Motion to recommit H.R. 8281, offered by Ms. Sewell of Alabama.
The question is on agreeing to the motion to recommit. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This will be a 15-minute vote.
All right, I'm waiting to get my feed set up in the background, but I wanted to bring this all to you. We are right now voting on H.R. 8281. That is not the one we're looking for. We're a little bit early. I believe the one that we're looking for is coming up next. I will let you know as soon as I find out. I'm getting my secondary system put up in the background. I will be on chat super soon. All right, everyone, they are right now voting on H.R. 8281. You can see right up here on the screen. We're waiting. I believe it's going to be the next one up that they're voting on regards to crypto. I am just setting stuff up in the background. I just got done with that video, and then as soon as I could get to this feed here, I wanted to bring it to you now. So, let me do this. Let me get a few more things set up. I'm hanging out in the chat. Let me know if you all have any questions or whatnot. There is a timer up on the screen in terms of how much time they got left on this one. H.R. 8281 is the unfinished business on 8281, the National Voter Registration Act of 1993 to require proof of citizenship shit, that is what they are dealing with right now. And give me a second. I'm just getting updates as all this stuff comes in, and I'm bringing this feed over to you now. So yeah, let me chill out here just a little bit, get stuff set up in the background, and I will get back to you. And just so you all know, we are looking for HJRes 109. You can see up on the screen, we've got House Resolution 8281. We are waiting for the vote on HJRes 109. All right, everyone. So I got the schedule in right here. We've got the motion to recommit. Next on the schedule is House Resolution 8281. That's what they're voting on right now. We got about 6 minutes for that. After that, we have HJ Resolution 165. And then after that, we have HJ Resolution 109. So not the vote after this, but the one after that is going to be House Resolution 109. I don't want to talk too much in case, you know, the good people decide to start going on the mic, and I don't want to run them over. But yeah, I broadcasted the earlier hearing, and I got to be honest with everyone out there. It was very well coordinated by the Democrats to put the squeeze on crypto, protect Biden, and protect Gensler. It was very orchestrated, very well organized, and honestly, probably very, very effective. So what you got up on the screen right now is House Resolution 8281. The next one coming up is going to be Resolution 165. The one after that is the one that we want, and that is Resolution 109, okay? Resolution 109. So if you look up on the screen, you can see where my cursor is moving with HR 8281, all right? We're looking for HR 109. Brandon Loft says, when is the FIT 21 Senate vote? If it doesn't pass the House, it will not go to the Senate, plain and simple. And the word on the street, and honestly, if you watched the thing earlier, it was pretty obvious. The Democrats have the votes in the House to block it. Yes, the Democrats have the votes to block it. But right now, they are voting on House Resolution 8281. We're going to hit 165, and then we're going to hit 109, and 109 is the big one. And I'm very curious to see how that is going to go. We're looking at this right now being about 10, 15 minutes away from the vote. So, I mean, yeah, there you go. I'm going to hang out with you until that happens. Sorry, this isn't like a super like glamorous live stream, but I really thought it would be important to show everyone what the political procedures here are like and the shenanigans that there are. So what you're going to see now in the background is you're going to see everyone starting to file back in. Oh, yeah. See, these people, they're slackers. They're the kids that came late to class. So they're going to file back in because they got a real big one coming up. And the big one they got coming up is 109. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the vote on 109. And essentially what you're going to see is you're going to see the Democrats back up Biden because they don't want to lose the Biden vote on their elections, all right? Sam's got a good point. How are two traitor Republicans voting for this? All right, what's up on the screen right now, okay, is House Resolution 8281. That is for requiring IDs for voters, okay? That's not what we're looking for. We're here for HR 109, okay? HR 109 is what we're looking for. And as soon as this vote is over, they're going to then move on to HJ Hand Job Resolution 165. So up next is 165, and after 165 is going to be 109. Thanos says, so crypto is done. Essentially what happened is we learned that the Democrats will be backing up Biden. Now, how big they're going to back up Biden, we're unsure yet, and that's what we want to see. But the Democrats are backing up Biden, and they're protecting Gary Gensler in the SEC. Crypto Navigator says, Thanos, no, it's just getting started. The thing is, though, is the Democrats revealed that they have the votes to block this. So when we get to House Resolution 109, you're going to see the Democrats block this with a whole bunch of nays going on. Whole bunch of them. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes down. We've got 1 minute and 25 seconds or so until they're done with the conclusion of this vote. But I know the one you are all waiting for, and that is for House Resolution 109. All right, House Resolution 109. You see up on the screen right in the middle here where it says HR 8281. We want HR 109, okay? HR 109. And as soon as that goes up, you're going to see it, and they're going to make that list public of who voted for what. This is going to be huge because those Democrats that are going to vote against HR 109 to override the veto, those Democrats, their names are going to be made public as being anti-crypto. And that is going to be very interesting because we're learning that the crypto vote can garner 3 to 5%. That's a big, big number right here. So we're going to see what Dems are going to go against Biden and what Dems are going to say, you know what, we want the crypto vote. Crypto vote. All right, so we're just waiting up here in just a little bit. All right, so we are waiting here for House Resolution 109, everyone. 109. Again, 165 is going to be next, and then we've got 109. When they start talking, I'll mute the mic and all that. Now, I'll kind of go over the next one. The next one is going to be HR 165. Then the 109. Richard really says if 8281 passes, that means illegals will be able to vote. Huge for country. In Chicago, illegal immigrants can be police officers in Cook County. I want you to think about that. Illegal immigrants can be police officers. You can knowingly break the law to get into a country and become a police officer. I have no problem with immigrants. No freaking issue. My family's friggin' immigrants. With a name like Klaus, come on now. You think I'm, totally like full like United States family? No, they're like almost all my family's in friggin' Europe. But like they did it all legitimately. And I think that's something that I'm a former Illinois resident. I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you serious? You can be an illegal immigrant and be a police officer? Now, illegal immigrants driving? Hell yeah, drive. You can take your ID and you could drive all over the place. I could drive in Canada. I can drive all over the damn place, right? I mean, it's not a big deal. I drive in Germany, not a big deal. It's not that. It's the police officer thing that bothers me, and that's within... It was either Cook County or the city of Chicago. Brennan Hammer says, this vote's almost more important than the crypto bill. Well done. Well done on that one, Brennan. You're right. This one is important, and I'm glad a lot of you are tuning in and watching. Do you see how they're filling up? I actually got to go into this building, and I got to go up on the top row up there where you see people, and then I got to walk to the floor only a few rows deep. That was quite a few years ago. It was a lot of fun. That was before everything went on stupid security lockdown, and we had congressional friends through my school, and they got us in there. It was really, really freaking awesome. So, yeah, I was one of those dorks that was sitting there up in the top row watching stuff. So, yeah, there you go. Have fun with that one. Patrick Dalton's of Sweden is in the house. Hell yeah, man. JW3 says illegals pay federal taxes, yes to vote. The thing is, though, and I don't want to get down into the illegals wormhole. Hey, if you want to pay Social Security taxes, that's freaking awesome. But then, like, why not just go through the citizenship part of it? I guess I just don't understand that. I don't know, man. That's just me. But anyways. All right, so we are waiting for them to tally up the votes here for HR 8281. 165 is next. And then we are going to have 109, and we're going to see how juicy it is. 109, yeah. I am telling everyone right now and giving you all a fair warning, don't expect HR 109 to pass. I'm just telling everyone that right now. Do not expect HR 109. It's the Dems have enough votes to block it and to protect Biden. All right, so let's give it a few more minutes for these slackers to get in here. They're doing a little bit of schmoozing, a little bit of, hey, Timmy, you want to go to the lake with me and hang out? And all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, let's see them count up the votes again. This one here is for illegal immigrants voting. Obviously important, but I thought I would share this all with you. And again, we're waiting for more people to file on in. You can see them over here coming in on the door. They're really late, dude. Like, if you showed up that late to your job, wouldn't you get in trouble? And these guys are just kind of walking in, just like, yeah, dude, we just got loaded out in the back. We just did a little bump action. No, I'm just giving you shit on that one. All right, everyone, let's just hang out here for the next couple minutes and listen to these wonderful people. You can see the upper rows are completely packed up here, and you've got the lower rows in the house. A lot of visitor action. A lot of visitor action here today. Very, very important day. We had a lot of important people there in the crypto-verse hanging out in DC today. Frankie says 372 people. Yes, 372 people watching right now. Here we go. My man, when he starts speaking, I'm going to mute my mic, and then we're going to go, remember, 165 is next, and then we're going to go to 109, and 109 is the important one, all right? I just want to make sure I don't talk over my guy right here, but everyone is definitely starting to file in and definitely starting to show up at the event. Oh, man. Brendan Hammer says, the fact that we're actually voting on allowing illegal immigrants to vote is just absolutely insane to me. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's you know, there's ways to progress. I don't know, and I'm a traditionalist, so it's really hard for me too. I'm very much into, not old ways, but I'm very much into tradition, man. And so some of that stuff gets me. My parents were both immigrants, and they came over here legally, and had to go through all that. Here we go. He's talking. Sorry, he's trying to wrangle everyone in, and hopefully they turn up the volume on his mic. I've got their feed turned up directly. I just hope they have his the speaker mic up on there now. But he just smashed the old gavel and he said, "Get your butts in the seats, people. Let's do this. Let's frickin' do this." And again, we are right now seeing the votes on House Resolution 8281. 165 is next, and then the big important one is 109, okay? 109 is what we're looking for. Oh, she just handed him the notes.
On this vote, the yeas are 184, the nays are 197. The motion is not adopted. The question occurs on passage of the bill. Those in favor so signify by saying aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Florida seek recognition?
Oh, say it one more time.
We request a recorded vote.
A recorded vote is requested. Those favoring a recorded vote will rise. A sufficient number having risen, a recorded vote is ordered. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, further proceedings on this question are postponed. The House will be in order. The House will be in order. Shh. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Massachusetts seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent to speak out of order.
Without objection.
On behalf of a grateful House of Representatives, I rise to offer thanks to one of the most skilled staffers that I, and I know many of us agree, have ever worked with. After nearly 3 decades of service to the People's House, this is Keith Stearns' last week on Capitol Hill. I know it. Anyone who has had the pleasure of working with Keith, knowing Keith, has not only witnessed a commanding knowledge of rules and parliamentary procedure, but a commitment to using that knowledge to help all of us serve the American people. He has helped the House fulfill its critical mission at every stage of his remarkable career. As an eager intern fresh out of Allegheny College, as an LA, as a rules associate, as a chief of staff, as a floor director, and now as my senior advisor. He has brought to every job a reverence for this institution and for its duty to the American people. No matter what storm may have been raging, the horrors of 9/11, a global financial meltdown, an unprecedented pandemic. On January 6th, we saw Keith muster calm, steadfast courage as he maintained order in this chamber and ensured our safety. Throughout it all, Keith's service to us and our country has never wavered. His resolve has only strengthened. Over the years, he has become a friend and a confidant and an advisor to our entire caucus, and he has earned the profound respect from our colleagues across the aisle. Because whatever your politics are, true talent is undeniable, on the floor and on the basketball court. This institution is stronger, our country is better off, our future more promising because of what Keith has brought to bear. I will always be grateful for his wise counsel that has guided me and so many of us. While Keith may never come to respect the Boston Celtics, he has always respected the work that we do here in the People's House. He is a model for anyone who enters this building looking to make a difference. Keith, you will be missed. I thank you for your work, your grace, your humor, and your friendship. And to your family, Cara, Sandy, and Colleen, and your dad and Judy who are here with us, please know how grateful we are for your service as well. We look forward to all the success ahead. And know this, you will always have a home here in the House. I now yield to our Speaker Emerita, Nancy Pelosi.
Gentlemen will suspend. The House will be in order. Gentlewoman from California is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank our distinguished whip for yielding and for her beautiful statement about a great person who has honored us with his work and his patriotism in this body. It's my privilege to join my colleagues on the floor of the House as we celebrate a true public servant and a trusted aide to so many of us, Keith Stern. Keith first came to Congress in 1997 to work for Representative Lucille Roybal Allard. He comes from Los Angeles, so we're very proud of him as a Californian, even as a Dodger fan, but that's a different story. Over the next 3 decades, he went on to hold many top jobs in the House, always working for the people. For Jim McGovern, he was the Center of Policy Development of the Powerful Rules Committee. As floor director of operations for me, as Speaker of the House, he provided expertise for Democrats' major legislative achievements, and for Webb Clark, he has provided counsel on major issues facing the House. So he has been tactically, strategically, philosophically, in every way, a major asset. Working for more than 7 years in my office, he was simply invaluable. Throughout his tenure, Keith has offered indispensable expertise in House procedure, coming from the Rules Committee. His vast institutional knowledge made Keith a trusted strategic resource in legislating. In every role, his service has been marked by insight, integrity, dependability, and an unending devotion to this House of Representatives, even the most trying times. My staff in the Speaker's office, as I always brag about them, the greatest staff ever assembled in the history of the House of Representatives. Keith was a shining example of that brilliance, that dedication, and patriotism. Congratulations, Keith, on a job well done. Thank you for your leadership, which has made a difference in the lives of so many people. Best wishes to you and gratitude to Cara for sharing you with us and your 2 beautiful children, Sandy and Colleen, to your parents, your mom, your stepmom, your dad, who are here with us in the gallery as you embark on this new chapter. Thank you, Keith Stern, for your patriotism, for your service, and best wishes to you as you go forward. And now I'm pleased to yield back to our distinguished whip.
Thank you, Speaker Emerita. I now yield to my fellow Bay Stater, Ranking Member Jim McGovern.
The gentleman is recognized.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I join with my colleagues in honoring Keith Stern and expressing gratitude for his service to this Congress and to our country. And in between working for former Representative Lucille Roy Allard and then for Speaker Pelosi and Democratic Whip Clark, he worked with me, first as a legislative assistant and then as my top person on the Rules Committee. Keith has an incredible knowledge of the legislative process. He knows how to get stuff over the finish line. He's made a real difference. And as my colleagues know, ending hunger has been a top priority of mine. And in 2022, the Biden administration convened a White House conference on hunger, nutrition, and health. It was only the second time a White House convened such a conference. The first one was held in 1969. Keith actually wrote the first bill back in 2010, directing the White House to bring together experts to craft a national plan to end hunger. I have learned an awful lot from Keith, and he has helped me achieve countless policies to help people here at home and around the world, and I will always be grateful. A lot of members of Congress and a lot of staff have also benefited from Keith's guidance, and I've talked to countless members and staffers who say that he has served as a mentor to them, teaching them about procedure and how to use the legislative process to do good. There are people who began as interns on the Hill who never thought of making a career here, but who did because of Keith. Keith is not only a great member of this congressional community, more importantly, he is a good person. He is decent, he is caring, and he respects this institution. And I want to acknowledge his incredible family. I want to acknowledge his wife, Cara, his incredible kids, Sandy and Colleen. They have all sacrificed a lot so that Keith can serve his country. And I appreciate his many years of friendship. My wife, Lisa, and my kids, Molly and Patrick, adore him. They like him better than me. But Keith, I am proud to know you. I feel privileged to be your friend, and I am confident you will do great things in the future. Thank you very much. I yield back.
Thank you. I yield back my time.
Gentleman yields back. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is the vote on passage of H.R. 8281, on which the yeas and nays are ordered. The clerk will report the title of the bill.
Union Calendar Number 455, H.R. 8281, a bill to amend the National Voter Registration Act of 1993 to require proof of United States citizenship to register an individual to vote in elections for federal office and for other purposes.
The question is on passage of the bill. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
All right, they're going to rifle through this here in a couple of minutes, do some handshaking, because apparently Keith was the man. I don't know what the deal was with Keith, but I just heard a shitload about Keith and Keith's wife and Keith's kids, and Keith, he's just amazing. He's that bald-headed dude right here next to HR. That's Keith for you. So that big circle jerk, whatever you want to call it, that was all for my man Keith, who is retiring, an obvious friend of the Democrats. All right, we're going to rifle through this real quick here with 4 minutes left. You can see the reason they wanted to give Keith the shout-out is because there are so many people in attendance. Yeah, let's see what happens here over the next couple minutes. I'm going to get a quick drink. Chat, you're doing an amazing job. I will be right back and grab a drink and a snack, actually. Craig Ward says, Klaus's food and drink bill must be astronomical. I do lots of good food, lots of whole foods, lots of electrolytes, man. I'm telling you, I spend a ton a month on electrolytes. You'd be surprised, like the amount of like electrolytes that you need to replace in your body with hard exercise, hard activity. It is a fair amount. Like if you really want to like perform well, especially in training, you need a lot of electrolytes. So I'm constantly pounding electrolytes, salt tabs, drink additives, stuff like that. So yeah, just throwing it out there. No, they did not vote on SAB 121 yet. We are waiting for HR 109. HR 109. All right. Sorry, I'm chewing while on mic too, because I'm trying to stuff some food down my mouth. Give me a quick second. I don't want to be rude on the mic. Whoa. I don't care how much food I got in my mouth. What did I just read, Loving Summertime? That purple dress Nancy got on was fire? Dude, that is nasty, man. Come on now. Yeah, but you are right, though. I mean, you can definitely see this is run by the older crowd. Which, you know what? Honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. You just have to be old in touch. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's... I don't know. I think that's the problem. Nancy's obviously not in touch. And the other big issue, too, is I think we have a lot of concerns with her husband's trading habits. Can we say that? Trading habits? But they're going to rifle through these next ones. These next few should just be 5-minuters real quick. That's all these next ones should be. They should be 5-minuters. No more being happy with Keith and all that kind of crap and that stuff. John Simmons says... 8 low carb and keto, as I always eat salt, magnesium, potassium chloride, low salt. John, I thought I was legit with my hydration. Dude, way more. I actually took a legit hydration test. I used way more salts. I'm almost like 1.1 to 1.2 grams of salts needed per liter of fluid I drink. Yeah, seriously, I need lots of salts. I was way under that. So if I'm cranking up an ultra marathon, I really pound down salt.
On this vote, the yeas are 221, the nays are 198. The bill is passed. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The House will be in order. The House will be in order.
We should have HR 165 next, and then after that is
The
109.
gentleman from Florida seek recognition.
Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Clause 2A1 of Rule 9, I seek recognition to give notice of my intent to raise a question of the privileges of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows. H-Res 1344, finding that Merrick Garland, Attorney General of the United States, is in contempt of the House of Representatives for disobeying a certain subpoena. Finding that Merrick Garland, Attorney General of the United States, is in contempt of the House of Representatives for disobeying a certain subpoena. Whereas on February 27, 2024, Merrick Garland, Attorney General of the United States, was duly served with a subpoena to produce a narrow and specific set of materials possessed by the Department of Justice and related to Special Counsel Robert K. Hur's investigation of President Joe Biden's willful mishandling of classified documents.
The House will be in order.
Damn, they just muted her mic.
Classified documents to the Committee on Judiciary of the House of Representatives and the Committee on Oversight and Accountability of the House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. Whereas Attorney General Garland has, in disobedience of such subpoenas, failed to produce the set of materials, and whereas a set of materials possessed by the Department of Justice in material is necessary in order that the House of Representatives may properly execute the functions imposed on it and may obtain information necessary as a basis for such legislative and other action as the House of Representatives may deem necessary and proper. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Merrick Garland, Attorney General of the United States, is found in contempt of the House of Representatives for disobeying the February 27, 2024 subpoena, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives shall impose a fine which may not be paid with appropriated funds on Attorney General Garland of $10,000 per day until such a time as Attorney General Garland complies with subpoena of the House of Representatives by turning over the audio tapes.
Chair will now recognize the gentlewoman from Florida to offer the resolution just noticed. Does the gentlewoman from Florida offer the resolution?
Yes.
The clerk will report the resolution.
House Resolution 1344, whereas on February 27, 2024, Merrick Garland, Attorney General of the United States, was duly served with a subpoena to produce a narrow and specific set of materials possessed by the Department of Justice and related to Special Counsel Robert K. Hur's investigation of President Joe Biden's willful mishandling of classified documents to the Committee on the Judiciary of the House of Representatives and the Committee on Oversight and Accountability of the House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. Whereas Attorney General Garland has, in disobedience of such subpoena, failed to produce this set of materials, and whereas the set of materials possessed by the Department of Justice is material and necessary in order that the House of Representatives may properly execute the functions imposed on it and may obtain information necessary as a basis for such legislative and other action as the House of Representatives may deem necessary and proper. Now, therefore, be it resolved that 1, Merrick Garland, Attorney General of the United States, is found in contempt of the House of Representatives for disobeying the February 27, 2024 subpoena, and 2, the Speaker of the House of Representatives shall impose a fine which may not be paid with appropriate funds on Attorney General Garland of $10,000 a day until such time as Attorney General Garland complies with the subpoena of the House of Representatives by turning over the audio tapes.
The House will be in order. The resolution qualifies. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Massachusetts seek recognition?
I have a motion at the desk.
The clerk will report the motion.
Ms. Clark of Massachusetts moves to lay the resolution on the table.
The question is on the motion offered by the gentlewoman from Massachusetts. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it.
Mr. Speaker.
For what purpose?
I demand a call of the yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays are requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and nays will rise. A sufficient number having risen, the yeas and nays are ordered. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
Okay, so they snuck 1344 in right now. That wasn't on my schedule. Jeebus. Yeah, essentially what they're doing right now, they're getting this all done while these tool bags are here. You got to think, for those of you that are not in the United States, most of these people that you see up here on the screen don't spend too much time in D.C. They really don't. So when they come in for big votes like this, and the reason there's so many people here is for H.R. 109, all right, which would be trying to overturn Biden's veto. So you're going to see this is when the most people are showing up because they know the TV's there. They know people are going to be paying attention to this stuff. So a lot of this is posturing and stupidity, and we know the outcome of a lot of these things here. We know which way the Democrats are going to vote, which way the Republicans are going to vote. We just got to get through the procedural BS until we get to H.R. 109. And as soon as that comes up, then we will all know where we sit for the day. But I can tell you right now, insider information has the Democrats having enough votes to stop the override of the veto. I want you to think about that. Democrats have a whole bunch of votes to protect Biden. And for those of you that watched earlier, what happened was Biden, along with the SEC and Gensler, got a lot of protection from the Democrats. Not only did they get protection from the House Democrats, the Senate Democrats aren't even worried because they know the Democrats in the House will not jump ship on Biden and will not make it happen. So, Yeah, I just thought I would share with everyone the procedural analysis of, or I'm sorry, not the procedural analysis, but yeah, the procedural way that we do things here in the United States. I am currently following the House Press Gallery. I'm actually going off of their schedule right now. And again, this one got snuck in for 1344. This one is going to be knocked out quick. After that, we should be at 82. I'm sorry, we should be at 165 and then 109 after that. Rusty asks, what's going on here? What y'all talking about? Essentially, what's going on right now is we're knocking out a whole bunch of votes in the House. And the one that we really, really care about is H.R. 109. Okay, see how it says HRES 1344? We're looking for H.R. 109, and that's crypto custody. Basically, what that would do is that would limit the SEC's power when it comes to special accounting bulletins. It would also stop the SEC's mess when it comes to their new crypto custody rules, which would push a lot of banks out of it in terms of custody. And I think a lot of us would like to self-custody. So yes, we are waiting for HR 109. I like VR Chat Fanatics saying a little bit of YOLO. Sometimes you do just gotta YOLO that shit and just throw it out there. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just hanging out with y'all. Got myself a standing desk, by the way. That's right, I am standing right now. Standing desk action. So yeah, just kind of hanging out a little bit here, doing a live stream with y'all, seeing what's going on. Yeah, pretty cool time. So yeah, let me know in the chats what you're doing. And yeah, let's see what happens with this. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going over all the house stuff right now. They're on Twitter. And I'm just reading it all right now, so sorry about like the thing. If you go on Twitter and you look up House Press Gallery, they've got the schedule of the votings, and they snuck this one in, but we're going to get through this one really, really quick. Michael LaForme says, does this affect XRP? This affects all of crypto. Crypto custody is a really, really big thing. Yeah, this is all crypto. Syrian Marshall just said it. Yeah, it affects all of crypto. Yeah, this is true. This does affect all of crypto. So we got about 30 seconds until they tally this vote. We should then jump to HR 165 and then HR 109 shortly after. Standing desk is for the healthies. I got the standing desk because my hips get really tight. I sit on a Pilates ball when I do all my videos normally at my seated desk. And I was like, you know what? I want to sit on my Pilates ball, but I also want to stand. Because when I do my really long runs, my hips get a little bit tight. So I just thought a standing desk would help me out. And I also talk a lot with my hands, as you guys and gals know. So I thought this would be easier. All right, he's going to smack the gavel here soon. My gal with the AI voice is going to be reading some votes off the whole spiel right now. Wait, you're going to wait for the person to hand him a piece of paper. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see a person hand him the piece of paper. Once he hands the piece of paper, you are going to be dealing with it. Here's his gavel. There's the piece of paper right there.
On this vote, the yeas are 207, the nays are 209. The motion is not adopted. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid on the table. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Massachusetts seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I have a motion at the desk.
The clerk will report the motion.
Ms. Clark of Massachusetts moves to refer the resolution to the Committee on Rules.
The gentlewoman from Massachusetts is recognized for 1 hour.
Mr. Speaker, we have already taken up way too much of the House's time, of the American people's time. Let's get back to doing the work that they sent us here to do. I yield back.
Gentlewoman yields back. Without objection, the previous question is ordered. The question is on the motion to refer. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it. The motion is not adopted. For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Massachusetts seek recognition?
I request a call of the yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays are requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and nays will rise. A sufficient number having risen, the yeas and nays are ordered. Members will record their vote by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
All right, they're knocking this stuff out. And again, this is all procedural garbage right now. They're going to be doing all these 5-minute votes. I'm glad they got rid of the 1 hour. Otherwise, we would have been hanging out here for a while, but that is not the deal. We, again, waiting for HR 109. I've got my House press gallery right now up on Twitter, and I'm just taking a look at it. And I'm just waiting to see. This was supposed to be done at 4:45. That's how behind they are right now in the government. How pathetic is that? So, oh gosh, man, what a joke, huh? Let's see here. So, what a clown show. Yeah, I totally get it. I do. I totally get it. Storm Surge Big Time says, no wonder nothing ever gets done. Yeah, seriously, this is procedurally what it's like in the United States. It's super messy. So as soon as I got the schedule and they labeled what they were going to vote with, I was like, oh, dude, I got to broadcast this, right? And so I went on Twitter to the House press secretary and went on there and they gave the schedule. And the schedule said at 4:45 they would be voting for HR 109 approximately. We are now an hour and 15 minutes later, and we ain't getting jack done, man. This is crazy. Now, here's the whole thing. The reason that they're stalling right now is you got to remember, they are grandstanding because they're grandstanding to protect Biden. What they're doing is they're ensuring that they have every Democratic vote that they need to protect Biden and Gensler, because the HR 109 that they're talking about right now, Biden vetoed that. Okay, Biden said, I'm not signing it. I'm presidential vetoing it, right? So here's the thing. 2/3 of the House can vote to overturn Biden's veto. And what the Democrats are doing right now is they're counting all of the votes to make sure they have enough in case things get close. So all that you're seeing in the background is people talking to each other, making sure, hey, are you doing this? Hey, are you doing this? And they're trying to get everyone lined up. Okay, and it is an absolute mess because I bet you more than anything you're going to see voting down the party lines. And when you see voting down the party line, all you have to think about is that they chose Biden over crypto, over other financial regulation that, again, would be giving the SEC more power with their special accounting bulletins, would make crypto custody a mess, which would be a problem. We want to make sure that we can custody crypto ourselves. We don't want to have anyone telling us what banks can and can't do and so forth. And the big thing with the SAB 121 would be that crypto would have to be listed on banks' asset sheets. That doesn't make sense because it's not an asset form. They're just custodying the crypto. So, what a total mess. I am waiting to see right now if we get any updates regarding this. Give me a second right here. I'm just trying to see if they got any updates on this. Give me a second right here. I'm just checking stuff out while we are doing this live. Give me a second here. I'm looking for HJ Resolution 109. Give me a second here. Give me a second. I'm just looking to see if anything new has come out. Give me a second here. Hold on. I am just reading this right now. Sorry, I'm just doing this live with y'all. Give me a second here. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I'm just looking at everything right now. Yeah, it still looks like we should be okay. Give me a second here. Just looking to see if we get any more updates. Again, I've got 165 and then 109. And if anything goofy breaks, I will obviously be sure to share it with you. But we've got a lot of procedural stuff coming up. And you're going to see it live. So, yeah, again, I don't want to talk over these people when they talk, especially when he starts handing the gavel. Yeah, let me just mute the mic right now, and then we'll let my good man speak and see if they get to 165 next. Remember, we're waiting for HRES 109. And I am seeing a couple reports regarding HR 109 getting pushed to tomorrow. Let me confirm that here real quick. Give me a couple quick minutes.
On this vote, the yeas are 207, the nays are 211. The motion is not adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Okay, ready?
You ready?
Yeah, as you can tell, politics in the United States are an absolute procedural joke.
Pursuant to Clause 2, Rule 9, the gentlewoman from Florida, Ms. Luna, and the gentleman from Massachusetts, Mr. McGovern, will each control 30 minutes. The chair now recognizes the gentlewoman from Florida. Gentlewoman will suspend. Gentlewoman is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I call up the resolution previously noticed.
Members, please take your conversations off the floor.
Speaker, I call up the resolution previously noticed.
Gentlelady's been recognized.
I yield myself as much time as I may consume. The American people have a deep distrust in our ability to govern effectively.
Gentlewoman will suspend. House is not in order. Take your conversations off the floor, please. Just a sec. Gentlewoman from Florida.
I yield myself as much time as I may consume. The American people have a deep distrust in our ability to govern effectively. The executive branch's blatant disregard for Congress as an institution, shown most recently by the Department of Justice's failure to prosecute Attorney General Merrick Garland, undermines the effectiveness of this body. It also begs the question, what is Attorney General Garland hiding? On February 27, 2024, the Oversight and Judiciary Committees issued subpoenas to the Attorney General Garland to provide a narrow and specific set of materials related to Special Counsel Robert Hur's.
Order, Mr. Speaker!
On February 27, 2024, the Oversight Judiciary Committees issued subpoenas to Attorney General Garland to provide a narrow and specific set of materials related to the Special Counsel Robert Hur's investigation into President Joe Biden's willful mishandling of classified documents. Instead of complying with the lawfully issued congressional subpoenas, Attorney General Garland refused to hand over unredacted audio recordings and materials. This is why House Republicans voted to hold Garland in criminal contempt of Congress. However, on June 14, 2024, the Department of Justice informed us that they would not uphold the law and prosecute the Attorney General for contempt of Congress. While we all expect the DOJ's response, the dangerous precedent is...
All right, everyone, I just got official word from the House press. Here we go. H.R. 109 is now scheduled for 10:30 a.m. July 11th. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a live stream tomorrow. Here is the problem. They are now going to be, there's a debate on a completely different topic. I'm sorry, I'm just going this, right now I'm just reading this as it comes along. Again, the vote is now scheduled for 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Okay? 10:30 Eastern Time tomorrow. I am going to definitely be covering this on a live stream. We are going to definitely be broadcasting this, all right? So remember, 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, they rescheduled the vote. Let me just make a quick note in chat. 10:30 a.m. Thursday. Hold on. Thursday Eastern Time is the new vote time. Here we go. All right, everyone. So there we go. Democrats pushing it out, making sure that they can secure the votes. Essentially, what happened was this. The Democrats came in the earlier session today and said, hey, we're working on a last-minute deal. And McHenry was like, what are you talking about? We didn't even know about this. They're like, look, we're working on a special custody crypto deal last minute. And essentially what was happening was that they got insider access for a couple of their bank friends. And it appears that that's what they're trying to do right now. So sorry, everyone, this has been frustrating. They were supposed to vote on this over an hour and a half ago. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off right now. I'm going to set the live stream for tomorrow. We're going to start it a little early. Don't worry. We'll start at maybe like 10:15, something like that. Remember, there's another live stream at 8:30 for CPI data. I'll make that one super quick, and then I will jump on over to the House one. I will catch you cool cats later.